Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Monday. I'm just hanging out at home today. And somehow I got it into my head that I should rearrange my craft room. I've already turned a bookcase. Before it was, the dresser was like this and the bookcase was behind it at a 90-degree angle, and I flipped the bookcase so that they're back to back now. That means I can open the door further, and um, there's a little less floor space right there, but hopefully that opens up a little more space here. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll move the desk down this way and move some of these shelves over there. And uh, I got started and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this today. So I will show you the freebie that I finished up yesterday. And then we're going to go through a box together. We're going to go through a junk box. Because when I was moving stuff in and around the room and into the closet and all that, I found a box. It's got all sorts of miscellaneous stuff in it. And it needs to be sorted. Decisions need to be made. And the box needs to be emptied. So you're going to help me with it. Okay, so yesterday, first I'll tell you how I found this pattern. On Ravelry, I have a saved search to search for amigurumi that are crocheted and free. Those three parameters, and I filtered it to say and. So it has to be amigurumi and free and crocheted. And every once in a while, I go into Ravelry, click on my save search, and see what's come up. This is a pattern that came up in that search. Claude the Chick. There's Claude. So from my poor sense of size, I was looking at it like, oh, it's just going to be this little, like, you've heard this from me before, haven't you? Let's just look and see. Well, they said a 3.5 hook, 10-ply yarn, so I'm not quite sure what weight 10-ply yarn is. But he did turn out a little bigger than I thought. The pattern was well written. It had a lot of pictures to show you where things go. I'm sort of questioning the wings, though. I sort of think the wings should go above the red band. The wings seem awfully low to me. Like they drag on the ground. So let's see. What else would I... And I changed the bow around. For her directions, the bow was like this big long chain, and then putting double crochets in the chain, and then making a loop with it, and all. I just did a magic ring, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 3 slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 3 slip stitch. So you've got like 4 double crochets on each side, then you tighten it in the middle, and it's a little smaller, and I just, that's the way I like making bows. So there is Claude the Chick. I like him. Would I make him again? I don't know. I'll have to see if he sells, because it did go up to 48 stitches for his body. And it took a while. So that's got to be a higher price point. I'm almost half done with today's freebie of the day. And I'm liking the way it turned out. So you'll see tomorrow. Okay, so This box. Okay, what is this? These are receipts. These are receipts from (2019). Okay, that's been 5 years. I don't even know where the tax file is from 2019. How far back can they audit you? How far back can they audit your business? Is it safe to throw them away, or do I track down the 2019 tax folder and slip them in there? We have a box from Teabags, because these boxes are just the right size for shipping the whale ornaments that I sell a lot of in December, and the smallest of the butter lambs that I sell a lot before Easter. So it ended up in this box, and it got a little bit smushed. But once you put something in there and fold it up and all that, I probably could, well, I don't know. I think I could still use it. I'll put it with my packing supplies. Oh, we have price tags. Can I even use these anymore? Let's check. If all the information is right. It's got Facebook, Etsy, and my email. Okay. Some of my old price tags have my Store Envy shop, which I gave up on years ago. I did a Store Envy shop. I did AC Moore Marketplace. And neither of them really worked out. So when Michael's came up with their, like, hey, we're doing Michael's Marketplace, do you want to get in? It's like, been there, done that. Nope. Okay. Here's a bag that has adoption certificates in many colors. I don't know if I ever even gave out one of these. They're, oh, okay. This is to certify that our friend's name has been adopted by adopter's name on and to date. So I suppose I could put these in my setup box and make myself a little sign that says adoption certificates available upon request. Would they fit? Yes, I think they would fit in this little Ziploc bag that the price tags are in. So we'll have to put these price tags in another bag of price tags. In we go. Does one fit? Okay, well, we'll just put them in like this and deal with it later. They might need a slightly bigger bag. Okay, empty that bag out. We have a couple of Cup Cozy. Once upon a time, here's more. There's more and more. I do have a bunch of Cup Cozies. Once upon a time, I had a little, like a tissue box that I covered, and I had the Cup Cozies in there on these with the sign on them. Should I go back to that again and try to get rid of some Cup Cozies at a store? Oh. From Aaliyah. Here's a picture that my granddaughter drew for me. This must have been when, because on the back there's a note about a housewarming gift that I sent to Mommy and Daddy. This must have been when she was around 2, and they were candidating at the church they're at down in Pennsylvania. Let's see, is that where the other notes? Yes. I have a couple of granddaughter notes that I need to put away. They were candidating at a church, and I was down there watching her while they were at meetings, and they had her send a note. Toddler Mandela vest, $25. That's still in the closet. Hasn't been sold. Okay. I have a name tag that says Elaine, Penguin Place Crafts. I should wear that at some of my shows. We have a little name tag thing for a hanging folder. Put that here. I'm going to stick it into a hanging folder here that already has a name tag on it, just so that it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. There we go. Oh, lovely. It's a pen with a little calendar. No, it's not a calendar. Never. It's a prayer journal with a pen. We had these left over from Mother's Day gifts, and I think I had them at shows to just give out to customers. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and little rose pins. There's a bunch of those. Okay, I think, and we have a little star. I got these from Dollar Tree to write sale prices on. I think for these, I may put them in my setup box and label them like free gift with purchase and see if I can get rid of them. We have a mechanical pencil. And I just finished up my puzzle proofing assignment. This would have come in handy. Okay. I could put my readers in my purse into these, because I think in at least one purse or craft bag I have readers that don't have an eyeglass case on them. We have a miscellaneous skein of Annie's Hook and Needle Kit Club, 100% cotton, navy blue. Cotton is over there. Don't fall. We have one lone knitting needle, size 6. Okay, where is the knitting needle? I don't remember where my, oh, there it is down there. Okay. There we go. There's a box of knitting needles down there. We have a mirror, because for a while there I had hats on my table. So I kept a mirror with me for people to be able to see how the hat looked on them. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. We have a whole bag of the hanging folder inserts for putting names on. So we're going to put that right in the front folder there. Free with purchase. Okay, I already have a sign for those. Okay, there we go. And I thought I saw one more in here. Did I? Oh my goodness. I just saw something really cute. Okay, there's another pin. Did I get it all? all the pins. Nope, there's another one. Oh, nope, there's another one. The box is getting emptier. We have an ice cream lid. Because for a while, I had all my clothespins and American Doll clothes hangers and stuff like that in an ice cream tote, little round ice cream container, and kept the lid on so they wouldn't spill. And then I moved them to a Ziploc bag. So the Ziploc bag is still in the setup bag. Sorry, let me get a little bit of dust off this. Because at one point, we need to move things up in the world here. Because at one point I thought I should wear a little party hat when I was doing Christmas shows. I think I did it one year, and that was it. Got a couple more receipts from, wow, this receipt is from Ames. That's got to go way back. That goes back to 1992. I wasn't even doing a business in 1992. This is also from 2019. Miscellaneous clothing. So that doesn't need to be saved. Okay, those are going in the trash. 1992. Why would I have a receipt from 1992 in here? Oh, we have a tissue that looks not quite usable. I have a big plastic bag that you can make a basket with to make a gift basket. I don't know why I would do one in red, because then you couldn't really see what was inside of it. I do not see any use for this. I think I'm going to toss that. We have about 2 yards, maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards of light celery green cotton yarn. So there is, I have a little bin over there. Oh, and there is a little smidgen of brown cotton. There's a bin that I go to when I need string for tying on a price tag. Okay, we have more clothespins and clips. What is this? It's a little Ziploc bag of puzzle pieces. I have absolutely no idea where these came from, what the puzzle was, how long these have been in here. They're going in the trash. And if we find a puzzle that's missing like 8 pieces, that will also go in the trash. Here is a little bag with an elastic top. Probably had a pillowcase in it at one point, and I do not think it serves any useful purpose. Why am I doing this when the trash has already gone out for the week? I should have done this earlier in the week so it could have been in the trash today. Okay, here are 3 of the same item. Oops, there's another hanger stuff. There's a little dragons. That was a tag that went in one of these hanging folders. We have a baby donut. I'm going to put that in the free with purchase. That was a crochet along thing one year. We have a multicolored paper clip. You can always use paper clips. We have a thing of Scotch tape. Scotch tape. Put that on the table there. An empty Ziploc bag. We'll have to see if that's bigger than the other Ziploc bag, if that will fit the adoption certificates. Okay. Now, once upon a time, this was before Bethany was born, so this goes back like 28 years, I was a Watkins rep. And I still have a cupboard with a bunch of Watkins stuffs. Salt and pepper. Watkins salt and pepper shakers. I have three sets of them. And at one point I took them with me to craft shows and put them on my table. And I don't think I've sold any of them, but I will try. I will keep trying. I will. If it's not a completely handmade show, I'll try putting those on my table. Oh. Oops, those aren't glasses. That's my Christmas hat. 2018. 7 years ago. Okay. So, wow, should be about 2. It's a happy, oh dear. It's a happy Mother's Day picture of my first granddaughter. There's a picture of her with her penguin. Now, somebody gave me a stuffed penguin. When I went down to visit her, I took the penguin along. She was maybe a year or so old. That became her favorite toy. She took that penguin as you can see from that, she's walking down the sidewalk, she's carrying her penguin. Well, the penguin disappeared. And she was miserable. Like she didn't want to go to bed, take her nap without her penguin. About 3 weeks after that, it reappeared. It was in the drawer of a TV cabinet where they didn't use that drawer, but by that point she'd gotten used to cuddling other items and she didn't cuddle with it anymore. So she passed it on to her cousin, who still has it. Just a blank piece of paper and a blank envelope and a Merry Christmas card. But there's nothing written in it. There's like a piece of green paper glued over the lines, so I'm not quite sure what that is. And it doesn't even, it fits into the envelope. Okay. There we go. We have a Merry Christmas card to send out to somebody this year. Yeah, I save everything. There is a bag of bottle caps and the little glass flat bottom beads that you put in vases for me to use in crafts sometime. Yeah. Okay. I do use the beads sometime. And then we have a square piece of cardboard, because sometimes I use things like this for setting up. Some of the cubbies that I got from Save-A-Lot, and they're not very sturdy. So, there's another one. I made little 12-inch by 12-inch cardboard cutouts to help reinforce them. Okay, I have a business card from someone who asked me to make a Minnie Mouse hood at a craft show maybe 10 years ago. One of the first shows that I did, I made the hood and then I couldn't find her card. No. I'm not going to call her now and say, hey, I've got that hood. That would be too embarrassing. I still have it in inventory. I have 2 copies of my daughter's CD. Oops, that one was upside down. Oh Holy Night. I think she was preparing to go on a missions trip, so she recorded herself playing piano and was selling these for $10 each to raise money for her missions trip. And I still have 2 of them. It has, there I go trying to put the hat down over again. It has Carol of the Bells with 3 Kings, O Holy Night, O come Emmanuel, O Little Town of Bethlehem, O come all ye faithful, Country Carol with the First Noel, and Silent Night, Holy Night. I'll have to ask her, do you want these? Or should I put them at my craft show for $10 each? I have a little penguin goodie bag. Okay. I need to put that someplace where I can put some goodies in it for the grandchildren. Okay, I have 8 Christmas tree replacement bulbs. That goes out to my husband. Like, here, can you use this? Almost done. An empty file folder. There's my sorting rack right there. And then we have, oh, what is this? There is the lock for my cash box, which fell out. And I don't even know where the keys are anymore. So I think I'll be tossing that. This is all my signage from previous years. Well, I've got some ice cream cozy cutouts. I have little wraps for reusable face scrubbies. This is all the stuff, like, I don't have room to display this stuff on my table anymore. Reusable water balloons sign. People, those just weren't selling. Water bottle sling, $10, and you get a free bottle of water. I can't do that anymore because when I do Street Fest and I have my own tent with 3 tables, I can't fit a cooler and bottled water and all that into my car too. Fat Cat, $20. He sold. The Fat Cat is a free pattern on my blog, probably from about 10 years ago. And it was like, I made a loaf cat before loaf cats were hot. We're going to toss that one. Fidget sleeve twiddle cuff. I gave that to my cousin for her mom, who was suffering from dementia. Okay, this would be interesting. All these turtles. Can I get it where it's not gonna... Like, I put this sign up with the price for each turtle on it. And you know what? I think every one of these turtles has sold. That's encouraging. That I don't have, like, turtles from 10 years ago. Yeah, so a lot of these signs are going to go into the recycling bin because they're just not up to date anymore. Oh, these are okay. Maybe I could use these. And I've got a bunch of price tags just stuck in here. Were those 2? They're the price tags from before. Go put those in here too. Donut holes. I haven't been taking my donut holes with me to shows anymore. But at one point, I made all these Hedgehog Hollow, Owl Overlook, Dino Drive, Lizard Lane, and I had like little signs like, here are the lizards, so let's put a sign up. That's cute. I might want to use those again sometime. I thought there were, yes, there were more. Easter Island. Well, that's going out because that's not the same price I charge anymore. So this is just basically a bunch of old signs, some old big business cards. I have these from before I printed my own signs. So there's a lot of stuff here that I think I'll keep some of it, put it in my setup box. And the box is empty. Yay, I had to figure out where to put this until December. I'll probably find some penguin around here and put it on a penguin's head, and then I'll forget it and I won't wear it for shows again. A couple weeks ago, between shows, maybe a month ago, I was looking for this. Turns out, instead of being in this, my signs were in a Ziploc bag. But this is the manila envelope that I was looking for quite some time. So now I have some stuff to put away. And I have to send a message to my daughter, ask her about her CDs, and give my husband some replacement bulbs. And I have a box, an empty box. And I freed up the floor space that was on. And I stirred up some dust, so now I'm coughing. That's it. This is over half an hour. I hope my phone has room to upload it. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.